Test, test, test. Hello. Can we hear me on the stream? Test, test. Bradley Hockey. How are we doing today?
Sound is working.
All right. Around the league.
Are we good?
We sound good.
It looks like it's working. Yeah.
It looks good. It looks good. I look good. I feel good up here. We're getting it. We are live here at the Owens Center for the second period, and I'll hand it over to my buddy Cooper Kaplan. Y'all are welcome.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll say. I won't just start broadcasting. I'll pretend like
They can still hear it. I think we're good. Testing.
All right, ready?
Yeah. It's like technical difficulties.
Here we are at the Owens Center. Sorry for some technical difficulties getting the sound to work after the previous game, but we eventually were able to get it work. I'm Cooper Kaplan alongside Jack Simzik.
Jack Simzik.
2-1 Concordia University lead over the Bradley Braves. I saw the second goal was a little bit soft, led up by Justin Nussbaum, who's actually getting his first Division II start called up from the Division III team after Sule went out with an injury. Bradley was able to get one back, and we go into the second period down 2-1. Skaters getting ready for second period. Concordia will have a 22-second power play to start the period. Bradley comes in at 2-5-2. And kind of an odd record if I have to say so myself. You don't really see a tie in hockey very often, but they have two of them. And then Concordia comes in. They've only actually played 2 games, so they're only 1-1. But they went 13-11-1 last year, and I believe this is their first season in Division II as well, along with Bradley. A couple keys to the game for Bradley. They have to utilize their speed. They're very good off the counterattack, and they're very quick, and that is one of their most useful strengths. So if they can use their quickness and passing ability to get in front of the goal, that'll give them a lot of success in this one. Secondly, they have to stay out of the penalty box. That was a bit of a problem in the first series against St. Louis. They could not find their way out of the penalty box, which did not allow them to settle into a nice rhythm. And then finally, the final key is they have to be able to shoot the puck and shoot often. Sometimes they get caught trying to make too many passes and not just trying to get the puck in front of the net. What are some of the keys for Concordia coming up, Jack?
Well, for Concordia, they must contain Bradley's quickness. Bradley's a very fast team, and if Concordia can contain that, they may have a chance. They need to hold on strong defensively, and some of their young talent must come up big. You know, this is a young team, just became Division II. They got to come up big if they want a chance to win this game.
Yeah, interestingly, I believe their 6 top points leaders from last season were all underclassmen. So sort of similar to Bradley, who only had 1 senior last year. They're sort of relying on these younger guys to really pull the team going forward. Let's see, last season, freshman led in goals with 10. That was Jim Pearson. And then Josh Adkins had 7 goals as well. So yeah, they're very reliant on those young guys to get them going. Don't really know what the delay is here.
Not quite sure. The delays helped us, though, with our technical difficulties in the intermission. Glad we could get streaming live for everybody watching the game out there. Thank you for sticking with us if you did during technical difficulties. Hopefully the second period will get underway soon.
Bradley came in. They got swept by SIUE last weekend, losing both games 3-0. But we're able to edge out ISU last night in a 4-3 victory. Logan Osborne was in net in that one, which is why he's not in goal tonight. And then their win against SLU is actually huge. SLU is 8-2 right now, so that's a big win. So yeah, they've proven that they can play at the D2 level. Unfortunately, they've kind of hit a rough patch of not being able to get another victory, but hopefully after last night they can spur some momentum. Here we go for the second period. Bradley Braves versus Concordia Falcons. Taken behind the goal. Thrown over to Buchko. Buchko, a Peoria native, played for the Mustangs last season. Tried to lay it off, but eventually it was cleared down the ice. Eventually, Pickering will send it across. Pickering, their leading goal scorer this season. Throws it in front. Right side shot by Cole Harris. And cheering from the crowd, but I believe it was stuffed by the goalkeeper Hule. And good early action here.
Yeah, very good action there. Somewhat a lucky stop. That could have trickled through. That would have been huge for Bradley to tie it early in the second period. But then keep forcing chances like this. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be able to come back.
Concordia players sent out. Blue in the draw. Thrown over to James Buck, who plays it along. Thrown into the area by Garrett Wolford. Wolford chasing his own dump in. Eventually gets as far as Barnett. Barnett trying to clear it up. Battle in the corner. Eventually it gets to Peters, who throws it up. Or that is Peters with the puck right now. Here is Amato. Amato, only the keeper to beat. Great glove save. There's a one-on-one with the goalie and a little bit of extracurricular activities after the play.
You see right there, that was the speed we were talking about before this period started. Amato shows off his speed right there, gets on a breakaway, and once again, the goaltender bails out Concordia.
Columbia tried to win the draw but could not. Here comes Pickering the other way. Pickering centering pass, backhand shot never got through. Still with it. Shooting one was Cole Anderson. Now a shot from the point. That's blocked away by Nussbaum. Santera sends it ahead, trying to find Norton. Here's Jordan Norton. He's bumped off of the puck, and it is played along to Anderson. Anderson tried to find Buchko. Could not. Try to find Blackburn. Bad pass. Eventually flutters to the corner. Blackburn trying to play it out. Can't. To the point. Plays it across. Shooting. That one went wide. Here's Fisher. Pickering falls down. Back into the Concordia zone. Here's Anderson. Anderson with a pass over to Buchko, and there will be a delayed penalty coming. Centering pass to Pickering. He could not get a shot off. and eventually it is held up. So Brave will be going to the box for a penalty.
Bradley's got to try better to stay out of the box. Concordia, it's a decent power play. And after they kill this penalty, they got to try to go clean for the rest of the game because you can't be playing the whole game short-handed. They don't want to find themselves down 3-1 here. They need to try and kill off this penalty.
I agree. We mentioned at the start of the period that staying out of the box would be key for the Braves to stay in this one. But here, nevertheless, they must fend off the attack of the Falcons. Pass could not find stick of a teammate, and it eventually will be down for an icing.
It's a key draw here for the Braves. If they can set up just a little bit of offense, kill some of the time off that penalty clock, it would be huge. If they can find a short-handed goal, that would be nice too. But mainly here, you just got to kill off this penalty. Make sure Concordia can't set anything up, get quickly down the ice. They need to win this draw right here.
Falcons win the draw. Dope takes it around. Dope. Touched along. And that's cleared out. Here's Dope again. Dope enters the zone with some speed. Lays it off. Spinning is Benny Sears. Sears lays it behind for Stram. Stram eventually gets it to the top before the shot is deflected out of play.
There's 1:21 left to go on this power play for the Falcons. They're going to change lines, get some fresh lines out here for both sides. Another key draw for Bradley if they want to kill off this penalty. Dump it quickly. Can't let Concordia set up.
Both teams tied up. Eventually, it gets to Amato. Amato throws it up ahead, where it'll have to be played by Hule. Tapped away for Grotsky. Right side, finds Buchko. Buchko entering the zone. He'll swing it around. Eventually gets to Grotsky. Grotsky surveys. Leaves it for Pickering. Pickering back to Grotsky. Over to... This guy's not on the roster. That's not good. Number 14. Cross pass. Eventually gets to Buchko shooting one. He scores! And that's Andrzej Buchko with the goal, giving the Falcons a 3-1 lead.
That's a beautiful goal right there by the Falcons. Bradley could not kill off the penalty. They now find themselves down 3-1. Plenty of time left, though. 16:23 left in the second period. They're going to need a quick goal to bounce back here if they want to pick up momentum. There's that Falcons power play we were talking about earlier. They strike once again. And now Bradley finds themselves down 2 early in the second, my bad.
Puck is won back by the Braves. Here's Dory. Dory along the boards. Eventually it trickles out and it'll be played back to Asmunsen. Asmunsen being smothered by Columbi. Eventually it goes over to Natsuki. Eventually it goes up to Sears. Sears goes left shooting, and it is gloved and held by Nussbaum.
Good save right there by Jesse Nussbaum. You know, this is his first game on the D2 roster. He was promoted up to D2 from D3 after Joshua Sewell went down with an injury in the previous game. Best wishes out to him and hope for a speedy recovery.
One back by Falcons. Shot is patted away by Nussbaum. Eventually is tried to be cleared ahead, but was held in. Finally gets to Collins. Collins left side to Joe Norton. Norton swings around the goal, looking for an option in the back. Still with the puck. Eventually lays it off for Dory. Dory shoots one. That's blocked in front. Gets it back on his knees now. Dory still with it. Goes back to Norton. Norton looking in front, shooting. That shot was blocked wide. Collins throws it in behind. Playing it was Patrick. Eventually it's carried out by Asmunsen. Asmunsen throws it ahead. He's taken away. Concordia trying to clear. Slap shot. That is deflected wide. Still trying to clear it and finally do. Throw it into the Bradley zone. Eventually it is taken by Nig. Here's Nig with some speed, attacking. Great poke check by the defenseman there. Knocked it away. Over to... Eventually gets to Grotsky. Grotsky kind of chase it down. Won't be able to get there. Eventually gets back. And Rathke will take it. Rathke with Peters in front. And we have a whistle.
It appears that... I'm not quite sure what that whistle was for. Is there a penalty? Looks like that was a penalty on Concordia, so Bradley is going to get a big power play here. They could really use a power play goal to get some momentum and try and get back into this game.
So Fisher will take a seat in the box. Tintera set to take the faceoff against Anderson. He'll win it. And still kept in. Left side, Columbi. Columbi looking for an option. He'll drive, shooting. That was blocked in front. Still shooting at it is Tintera. Eventually it gets out to Collins. Collins over to Columbi. Columbi shooting. That one never got through. And it is blasted for Nussbaum to play.
Still plenty of time left in this power play for Bradley to capitalize. Oh, they got to get out of their own zone here. You can't let this happen.
Eventually throw to Anderson. Anderson trying to delay. And he'll just waste some time.
Good penalty kill so far by the Falcons.
Here's power wave on. Leaves it for Amato. Amato to wave power wave on. Ahead to Tintera. Couldn't handle the hot pass. Still in there. Rings it around the boards. Coming around now. Still Columbi. Leaves it for Wave on. Wave on dumps it. Nig over to Amato. Amato shooting. That one blocked and out of play.
Bradley's starting to pick it up a little bit on their power play, but from a couple seconds ago, they can't let what was happening to them. The Falcons are really keeping them forced back into their own zone. They got to make sure they keep the pressure on the Falcons. You can't waste time on a power play like that.
Rathke wins it back. Played over to Esposito. Esposito down to Norton. Norton back up top. Shooting. He scores! Joe Norton from the point. And the Braves get one back here.
That was exactly what I said they needed. It's now 3-2. They're only down one. Big power play goal from Norton from the point. He barely even slapped that one. That was just a high accuracy snipe way back from the point, and it beat the goaltender.
And that's a really big confidence booster, I would have to say, for Joe Norton. I think he's struggled a little bit coming out of the gates this season, so hopefully that goal gives him the spark, because when he's on fire, man, that kid is good. So we'll see what kind of spark that can set off here.
.23 left in the second. Still plenty of time for Bradley to get this game tied or maybe even take a lead. Falcons had that 3-1 lead. You hear a lot about in sports nowadays about 3-1 lead. It's become somewhat of an unlucky thing. Let's see if Bradley can build off that tonight.
I believe they readjusted the time a little bit. And now we're back for some action. One back by the Falcons. Played along and couldn't get all the way through. Turning back. Cross pass was too hot for Amato to handle. It's kept in, and then there's a whistle for, I believe it'll be offside.
Bradley's going to get a fresh lineup out here.
One back by Concordia. Concordia
It's on a play.
Fisher tried to dump it in, but goes up into the netting, so they'll do the face-off again.
See a problem with the puck. Looks like a fan took the puck out of the netting, and there we go. He gave it back to the ref. That's a little issue there. Puck is going to be back in play.
Cross pass was off the stick of Harris. Harris chasing after it. He'll get there first. Eventually it is good up and taken by Seal. Seal throws it ahead to Grotsky. Grotsky puts a move on. Makes Doris fall down. Backhanded shot by Brumwell went wide. Here's Brumwell. He couldn't do much with it. And here comes Cole Harris. Harris, he's got Dempsey to his right. Firing a shot. Dempsey on the close. Shoots, he scores! He gets it in! Cole Harris cleans up the garbage. And just like that, it's 3-3.
What a nice move by Bradley. He held off that defender to keep the puck and get into the zone there. Somewhat of a picking up the garbage there kind of goal, like you said. But they'll take whatever they can get. This game is now tied with 11:35 remaining in the second. All momentum is on Bradley's side now after two fairly quick goals.
Swung around to Anderson. Anderson plays along for Buchko. Buchko got Pickering to his left. He'll just take him on himself. Buchko gets all the way to the corner. Still Buchko. Eventually is tapped out and played in by Burdikin. Finding Pickering. He tried to bat it out of the air. Gets to the end boards. Thrown back. Shot ends up behind the net. Tried to get it ahead, but Pickering picks it off. Pickering surveys. Leaves it off. Shooting. And that is gloved by Nussbaum.
So 10:50 here remaining in the second. You got to say, most of the momentum now on Bradley's side here, you got to say, right?
And we're back. It's taken up and played in by Concordia. Left off for Pickering. Pickering tries to chase after it. Taken, played up ahead by Nig. Here's Peters. Peters takes the left side. He throws it in. Trying to find Radke. Radke battling along the end boards. Along with Peters. Eventually gets to Pickering. Pickering ahead. Buchko. Played in. Peters will chase after it. Will be thrown around. Radke battling. There, eventually Amato will play it. Not to get past Pickering. Pickering drives left, shooting. And that speed shot went deflected wide. It's in the corner now. Buchko. Buchko pass could not be received by the outstretched arm of Asmunsen. Barnett. Left side. Coming to Tara. Tara tried to go to the cross pass. Dembski falls down.
There's going to be a penalty on that. Once again, we saw the speed of Bradley there. Almost broke out on a 2-on-1 and scored again.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, that the speed of Bradley would be a key component in them really getting up and running in this one. And the last several goals have really been a matter of the quick transitions, quick passing, and when you throw it in front of the net, anything can happen, and that was sort of their motto going into this one. So we'll see if they can keep up that pressure, and let's see what they can do with this faceoff here.
Power play unit is back out on the ice. They scored on their last try. Let's see if they can get it again.
It is taken out of the zone, and it will eventually be played by Power Wave on. He fanned on his pass, and he'll get called for a penalty, probably a hook. So just when you thought Bradley might really be able to get this one and put another goal ahead, we'll have 4-on-4 hockey.
On the positive side for Bradley, as we've been mentioning all game, their speed. 4-on-4 really opens up the ice. Let's see if Bradley can at least take advantage of that.
Here's Esposito. Leaves it off for Dory. Dory ahead, did not find Santera, and it goes at the end for icing.
As we were saying, the 4-on-4 really creates a lot of open space. Let's see if Bradley can get something going here. Concordia's going to have to really shut down the speed of this team. They really have to shut it down. Bradley looking to take a lead, at least, on this 4-on-4.
Stretch pass, trying to find Santera, but it was cut off. Fisher will play it out of the back. Ahead to Grotsky. Grotsky trying to find Buchko. Couldn't handle it. Played along, eventually into Concordia's zone. Left off for Grotsky. Grotsky, he'll carry it himself with some speed. Enters the Bradley zone. Beats one. Trying to beat two, but he'll just shoot. And it'll be deflected wide. Buchko in to retrieve it. Looking for options. He'll attack the middle. Shooting. And it's gloved by Nussbaum.
Well, Nussbaum was off to a rocky start, but it seems that he's settled in here a little bit. Has a much better second period than he did first period.
Yeah, I think he's really gotten more comfortable in this environment, being D2. And after getting a couple stops, that's what it can sort of do to you. So hopefully he'll be big coming up at the end of this game, because he's going to have to be. It's eventually thrown around and taken by Anderson. It's batted across. Taken and thrown ahead by Amato to Dembski. Dembski tried to pass across, but it was cut off. And
offsides right there.
Schramm tried to keep it in, but it would go out of play for offsides.
21 seconds left of 4-on-4, and after that, Concordia will get about a 17-second power play.
Eventually it is taken by Amato. Wave on, spins away. Amato. Crossing pass, trying to find Peters. Peters is met at the end boards. Eventually it's taken up by Asmunsen.
They have a quick 10-second power play here. Let's see if the Falcons can get something going.
Here's Grotsky. Grotsky is met and stripped of the puck. Eventually it is gathered by Blackburn. Blackburn plays it up to Peters. Peters ahead to Wave on. Pass just could not be handled by him. And there will be another penalty.
A lot of penalties in this period. Let's see if they're going to call this one.
If I heard correctly, it appears the Braves are going to get caught for too many men on the ice.
Number 20, Matt Dory, is going to serve the penalty for the Braves. And once again, an important penalty they have to kill off here. They do not want Concordia to take another lead. Exactly 7 seconds remaining in the second.
7 minutes, Jack.
I said 7, didn't I?
I heard 7 seconds.
I might have said there's 7 minutes remaining in the second period.
Anyway, nevertheless, we're back. Looking for options in front. Eventually, it's played down low. Get in the corner. Referee's involved. He goes down. Thrown out. Grotsky. Grotsky's pressured, and it's taken by Esposito. Esposito has Santera to his left. Esposito tried to leave the pass. Eventually did get it in front, but they could not stuff it home. And here comes Concordia the other way. Brumwell takes it. He throws it across. He's behind. Shooting. Oh, trying to find Seal on the backside. Fanned on the shot.
He just had a wide open net. He just whiffed the shot.
Battled in the corner. Trying to poke it free is Seal. Eventually leaves it for Buchko. Buchko up top. Back to Buchko. Buchko trying to drive. Such passes. Try to get a couple passes in there and could have scored, but passes just weren't tight enough.
Bradley can't seem to dump the puck. It's stuck against the wall.
Eventually Anderson will get it and throw it across. One-touch pass to Pickering. Pickering trying to spin through a couple Braves. Wasn't able to get through, and it is eventually cleared in a Concordia zone.
Braves finally get it clear, but they're going to have to stop. One more rush up the ice here from the Falcons with 20 seconds left in the power play. Another good clear by Bradley. They're going to speed back, and they might have a chance here.
There's Radke. Radke out in front. Shooting! Oh, off the pad. It was Columbia with the shot. Motto tried to throw it in front, but it is met and taken by Grotsky. Grotsky ahead. Touched along to Columbia. Over to Peters. Peters beats one, beats two. Oh, couldn't control it, but eventually throws it ahead to Columbia, but his shot went wide. Across and played ahead to Sears. Sears trying to keep it in. Now goes for the body. Eventually gets to Barney. His pass went to a Brave. Here comes the Braves the other way. Here's Nig. And that'll be offside.
Well, another great penalty kill by the Braves. And we really like to see on that is not only were they getting the puck out of their own zone, dumping it, they were even generating a little of their own offense. So that's always something nice to see from your PK unit.
Now let's hope they can stay out of the box and get something going here.
4:14 left in the second.
Won by the Braves. It is thrown into the Concordia zone by Dory. Met by Cole Harris. Harris over to Santera. Back to Harris. Oh, that's not. That is Dembski. Dembski in behind. Thrown in front to Harris. Couldn't control it. Backhander is caught by Hule. Had a good look there in front of the goal.
Very nice save by Goulet, but if he could have gotten off his initial shot there, that might have spelled trouble for the Falcons. Falcons are going to get some fresh bodies out in the ice for this defensive draw.
Santera wins it over. Dempsey battled along. Eventually it's thrown ahead. Kicked over to Anderson. Anderson, he's met with a hit. Santera fanned on the pickup. Eventually gets it to Santera, shoot!
Oh my, what a glove save.
Wow. What a save. He definitely had a lot of room in that right side, and Kool-Aid with the quick reflexes to, wow, he just snagged it.
That's a guaranteed goal against many goaltenders, but Kool-Aid makes the amazing glove save. Keep this game tied.
Eventually gets to the end boards. Cutting inside. Couldn't do anything with it. Here come Concordia. Buchko tried to play it up. Still Buchko. He gets chipped to the ground, no call. Still able to get it. Finally throws it ahead to Anderson, but he could not control it. Buchko, and he'll have to delay to prevent offsides, and he'll just chip it in. Wavon couldn't clear it. Eventually is gathered by Columbia. Here comes Columbia. Left side, Norton. Norton shooting, and that one is patted and gloved down by Hule.
It seemed to just be a little bit of a shot to kind of dump the puck in. Almost had a chance of trickling through. Always got to make the goaltender work. If you just put something on that, you never know what might happen. 2:40 left in the second. Offensive zone draw for the Braves.
It is taken one back by the Braves. Fanning on the shot was Peters. Left side, Grotzky. Grotzky beats one. Has to beat the goaltender, but went high. Missed everything. Still stuck in there. Makes a move on one. He's eventually pushed off the puck, and it gets to Ravgi in the corner. He's tried to clear it. Is gloved down by Seal.
Oh.
Or Schramm.
Tripped over himself twice. Oh, my. That was Alex Birdkin back on defense. He just tripped over his own feet twice there. Could have been costly.
There's Nig crashing in front. Debsky's trying to push it home, and it eventually will be held up.
Some extracurricular activity going on from the net. Refs getting in between it, trying to keep this game under order.
That's one thing I might want to see Bradley do a little bit more in this game is they don't seem to be as physical as they usually are. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that they played last night, but they should. I wish they could just be a little more physical in this one, because I know when they show that physical presence with the speed, then they're basically one of the best teams I've ever watched in this league. Thrown ahead, and here's a 2-on-1 the other way. And diving out was the defenseman to prevent that pass. Goal-saving block. There's a hit you're talking about.
There we go.
That gets the crowd riled up, but there's still a battle in front. Eventually, it is taken up, and Harris is upended.
That's going to be a penalty. He lost his stick on that one.
Bit of a yard sale, but it'll be rewarding, hopefully.
Another Braves power play coming up with 1:19 left in the second, so unless they score, they will be 5-on-4 for the Braves for the rest of this period, leading into the third.
Drawn and won by Bradley. It's played back to Amato. Wave on, power wave on. Back to Amato. Amato. Passing. Here's Tintera. He'll shoot. Ooh, tried to go top corner, but it was sticked aside. Still has it is Tintera. He leaves it off for Norton. Here's Joe Norton. Norton looking to attack the middle. Lays it off for Amato. He'll shoot one. That one was eventually blocked in front and cleared.
A little under 50 seconds remaining. 47.2 to be exact. That's how much time Bradley has left to try to get a power play goal and take the lead heading into the third. So they were down 3-1 entering the period, but they've come back to tie it, and they're looking to take a lead here. And if they can, that'll be a huge source of momentum for them heading into that final period. But they're going to have to deal with a defensive draw first.
It is kept in by Anderson. Anderson still with it, over to try to find Pickering on the pass, but it was cut off. Here comes Norton. Norton with a goal today. His shot is blocked.
A whistle. That's going to be a draw to the left of Hule. Not quite sure what stop play there.
Bradley won the draw. And kept in by Esposito. Here's Radke shooting one. Still shooting one, trying to find Norton on the far post.
A good stop there by Max Schramm in front of his own net. If his stick wouldn't have been there, that could have set up a passing play. It would have led to a goal. 10 seconds left.
Here they come, one last surge. He beats one, tries to beat two, goes to the end boards, flicked behind, and that'll do it. So at the end of two, we have a tie game, 3-3. Bradley down 2-1, then able to come back, then trail 3-2 and tie it back up again. So they've been really resilient. Now the question is, can they push forward and actually take the lead?
Well, we hope they can. As long as you stick with us after a short intermission, we will be back with the third period. What was that one? I asked you like a question.
Dude, I was thinking of something like I was like trying to figure out something on like.
Yeah, I was like,
they don't have two of their players on the roster, so I was like trying to find one of them, and you asked the question, and I was like, I have no idea.
I was like,
what the fuck you just asked me?
Yeah, that's all right. I don't remember what it was now. Is this yours?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Probably isn't answer. Everything sound okay from my end? Yours is good. Yeah, I'm trying to sound somewhat smart.
You're pretty good.
Started off a little wrong.
Shit's hard.
I think I'd almost rather be doing play-by-play. Just 'cause, like, I'd just be calling what's happening.
If names didn't exist, I would do it.
Yes, I like doing play-by-play. That's kind of what I want to do. Like,
I mean, I know, honestly, like, I should probably take this more seriously and, like, learn all their names before the fucking game.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Then I'm like, wait, I'm color. I don't need to learn their names that bad for the game.
Well, okay, I always was like, all right, I at least should know my own team's name. So I memorized all my team.
Well, I've got most of this team.
So I've got our team down, except these fucking three new guys. I'm trying to, but I'm getting it.
There's one point, I don't remember what you said, but you were muttered, you were just like, fuck. And I was like, oh. But like, you were like, it just didn't sound, it didn't come through it then. It was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, you screwed something and you muttered fuck, but it didn't come through, I don't think. So he was good. All 6 of our viewers probably like, oh my god.
Probably hate me. So bad. It's hard to talk fast.
My sister has messaged me. She was like, should you swear, bro? That's not me. I'm on color. I don't know if she's feeling you.
Did I swear? I didn't think I said anything.
She can hear us right now. We're good now. Oh.
Welcome back, hockey fans. We are back at the Owens Center for the Bradley Braves Concordia Falcons hockey match. Score is tied at 3. First period, it seemed like Concordia was able to get out in front early and cause some great early pressure. But the Braves did a great job in that second period bouncing back and really playing more of their style of hockey.
Yes, indeed, they did bring out a lot more in the second to tie the game up. So we're off to an exciting start here for the third period. It's 3-3.
Norton and Cole Harris had the goals for the Braves in that period. Norton on a long shot from the point, and then Harris, after a sort of a mess in front, able to put one away. And their message for this game was shoot the puck in front of the net, and hopefully good things will happen. And that's what happened for them there. So hopefully they'll continue to provide that pressure here in the third. So the puck is won by the Braves. It's taken by Amato over to Nig. Nig plays it back for Wavon. Wavon over to Amato. Amato will take it himself into Concordia's zone. Leaves it off for Columbi. Back to Power Wavon. Back to Power Wavon. And he could not keep it in the zone, so he'll have to retrieve and reset. Here's Amato. Tried to lay it along to Tintera, but is picked off by Dope, who was met with a hit.
One last rush in this power play chance. He got 5 seconds.
Entering the zone is Columbi. Plays it to Tintera. Tintera crashing. Tried to lay it up for Nig. Pass was deflected away. Back to Tintera. Curls inside. Gets to the end boards before it is eventually picked up and carried out by a blue player who will throw it in and get off. Anderson will chase the dump in. Almost able to win it, but eventually Blackburn will come away with it. Clears it up ahead. Gets to Schramm. Buchko. Anderson over to Pickering. Battle on the side of the boards. To the Concordia zone is Anderson. Anderson will play Schramm to his right. That's picked off. Buchko now. He couldn't play it up. And in to retrieve is Burdikin. Burdikin now. Finding Buchko off the boards. Buchko battling along, meant by Norton. Eventually it's taken by Radke. Radke a shot. That just went wide of the far post. Back to retrieve. And taking up is Joe Norton. Norton, 1 goal in the day. He'll come with speed. Goes left. Passing in front. That never found a Bradley stick. Eventually it gets to Dore, who drives it, but that's deflected wide. Eventually it is held by Seal. Seal throws it into the corner where Dore will have to play with it. Throws it up to Dembski. He couldn't control it. Gets the middle ice. Throw into the opposite corner. Dore backhanded to Esposito. Off the boards by Cole Harris. Harris now. Tintera with the stretch pass. Eventually it's in the corner. Picked up by Brave. Going in, Tintera had to be blocked away by Hule. Tintera still with the backhanded pass trying to get in front. Eventually is thrown back and played by Esposito. Esposito pass over to Tintera. Tintera plays it in front, goes through. And here come Concordia the other way, but they will get off for a change.
They're going to try to catch him on the change here.
Yes, they are. Here's Wavon. Eventually be played by Fisher. Back to Fisher. Goes over to Natsuki. Natsuki Plays it over to Ceres. The puck is taken away from him. And was it kept in? It was not. Right side. Cross pass off the mark. Barnett. Barnett off the boards. Shoved in the back was Columbia.
A lot of dumping and play in the neutral zone to start off this third period. Neither team can really get anything going.
Here's Amato. Amato will have some fresh skaters out there. Chips it in. Almost went to the stick of a Brave. Still battling. Rathgate with a wrister. That flutters into the corner. Taking up. Here comes Buchko. Buchko taking himself. Shooting.
Oh, my.
Is it a goal? I don't know if that's a goal.
The Falcons players are celebrating as if it was a goal. It looks like it squeezed between the goaltender's shoulder and the left post.
I don't think it did.
I don't think they're calling it a goal.
I think he pinned it against the post.
Wow.
I have never seen that in the game of hockey.
Not something you
Nussbaum
see every
pinned
day.
the puck against the post. Wow.
A tough break there for the Falcons and a lucky one for the Braves. The ref didn't like something about that faceoff, so we're going to get a redo.
Draw is won by Blue. Thrown ahead. Doesn't get anywhere. Here come the Braves. Buchko. Pass for Pickering was off the mark. Schramm throws it in. Off the boards. Here comes Nig. Nig with some speed. Back to Nig. He's in behind. Wasn't able to control it. Thrown off the boards, trying to find Pickering. Here comes Buchko, right side. Buchko fires another shot, same spot as the last one. Trying to clean it up was Anderson. Anderson will kick at it, but eventually it is taken up by Blackburn. Blackburn trying to skip by in the corner, but he's taken down. Here's Anderson. Anderson puts a big hit on and will chase after his dump in. Esposito. Nig. Cross pass to Dembski. He's got Tintera to his left. Passing to Tintera, but he had a bad angle on it, so he couldn't get a shot off. Touched in, and met with a big hit. That was Dembski.
Wow.
Osmonson's in there, trying to clear it. Eventually it gets to Schramm. Over to Dembski. Dembski sends it in. McPhail. That was a McPhail pass. It's kept in by Wavon. McPhail. Still can't clear it. Nig leaves it off. Still kept in. And it is finally cleared by Barney. Wavon couldn't keep it through. Here they come the other way. Cuts back. And taking it to the ground was Grotsky. Columbia throws it opposite side. Braves will change. Buchko, he's met with a hit. Seal, fan on the drive. Sent around. Here's McPhail. Up to Patrick. He sends it in.
We're almost 8 minutes into this period, and really, as I said before, it's been a lot of dumping and neutral zone play. Neither team can get anything going. They're both still looking for that kickstart for this period.
Peters battled in the corner. Kept in by Barnett. Barnett throws it in the boards. Trying to clear it. Eventually they aren't able to, and here's Nig. Nig gets left, shoots off the post. In behind, trying to wrap around, shoots, he scores! Kyle Tintero at the wraparound, and that gives the Braves a 4-3 lead.
And there you go. The Braves have taken the lead and come back from that 3-1 deficit, and if they can hold on, the Falcons might have to hear about this one for a while.
And you were right, both teams were just simply dumping the puck in the zone, nothing really playing to actual players, just playing to space. And eventually the Braves were able to get one to the stick. I believe Nick kept it in the zone, and that allowed Tintera the wraparound opportunity. He was able to finish it off.
Well, even that goal by Tintera there wasn't the smoothest of goals. Really chippy, had to wrap it around, smack at it a couple times, and it just got past the goaltender.
It is played back and played in. Buchko will chase after it. Here's Pickering. Throwing along to Cole Harris. Tintera already has one goal, wants two. Shot was blocked. Here is Anderson entering the zone. Anderson battling in the corner. Buchko. Pickering. And his pass went to nobody, so in to retrieve it is Burdikin. Burdikin with the stretch pass does find Anderson, who leaves it off to Buchko. Trying to find Pickering on the far side, cutting in. Pass was off the mark. Esposito, he'll carry it out. There's Mitch Collins with some limited action here today. And with a whistle for icing.
It's exactly 10:30 remaining in the third period of this game. Puck's going to come back into the Bradley zone. They need a big defensive win here, and they got to clear it out to get a line change.
Won by Concordia. Left back, trying to cut in, and eventually goes to Barney. Barney trapped in the corner. Makes its way in. Kicked over to Grotsky. Kept in by Esmanson. Here's McPhail. Barney. Barney and Seal going after him. But Blackburn not letting him get at it. They go to the ground. Trying to attack the middle. Eventually comes to that was Grotsky. Up ahead to Collins. Collins fires it. That's blocked aside. Collins will chase his rebound. Had a cutting Rathgate in the front, but wasn't able to see him. Throws it in for Patrick to receive. He can't get there first. Barnett. Back to Barnett.
And even after that goal, Bradley's still having a hard time setting up to get real offense going here.
It's kept in the Bradley zone before exiting, and now back into Concordia. Here is Fisher, plays it over. Now gets it back. Amato, Barnett. Trying to find Nig. And will be traced down by Fisher. Back to Saris. Saris still battling.
Once again, let's see if Bradley can set something up and get this into Falcon zone. Nope, it's going to go for icing. 8:10 remaining in the third. Another icing for the Braves, which will bring this face-off to the right of Nussbaum.
Buchko wins the draw. It's thrown in by Schramm. Eventually dumped in the corner. Amato will retrieve it. Amato. Long pass, couldn't find anyone. Eventually it is taken and thrown ahead by Dory. Harris cuts it off. Oh, Harris over to Tintera, back to Harris. Harris in front. Couldn't put it home. Here's Blackburn. Blackburn drives. It's blocked in front. Over to Pickering. Pickering one-on-one. Delays. Pass. Over to Buchko, but it was the outstretched arm of Buchko couldn't handle it.
What a play that would have been if it went through.
Schramm with a shot. That gets wide. It does go to Buchko. Buchko surveys. Goes it across. Eventually gets to Schramm. Schramm fires. Blocked in front. Trying to clear it, but can't exit the zone. Schramm still with it. Still can't clear the zone. Buchko now trying to wrap around. And did throw it in front. Not to a stick of a Concordia player. Here comes Tintera the other way.
Oh, he gets shoved to the ground.
That was Dembski, rather. Columbi over to Norton. Norton looking for a delayed option. Finds Collins on the cut to the goal, but he couldn't handle the pass. Grotzky the other way. Grotzky fires off the mask of Nussbaum and is cleared up and out of play.
And Bradley here is playing still a little too conservative for my liking. While Concordia is playing desperate. You know, they're down by 1 with 6:26. They need a goal. And if things keep going this way, they may just tie the game. I think Bradley needs to play a little more aggressive. They're playing too comfortably for only a 1-goal lead in this tight of a game.
I agree. I think they are playing a little bit on their toes, or on their heels, rather. But this may change things. Here's Collins.
Face-off win in the Falcons zone would really help Bradley here if they can start setting up some offense. It's almost been a penalty kill vibe I've gotten from them these past couple minutes. They really keep just dumping the puck. Lots of face-offs in their own zone that they're losing. Let's see if they can keep the puck over in the Falcons zone for a while.
Concordia wins the draw. It's over to Seal. Seal trying to find Grotzky up ahead. Still Concordia. Dope will play it back. Back to Dope. Dope. Trying to beat a Brave. It was Nig. Pinned into the boards. For Fisher is able to dig it out. Over to Seal. Seal slows up. Over to Fisher. Fisher will drive it. It was more of a aimed shot rather than a drive. Nevertheless, Braves trying to clear it, and they do.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark, 5:11 to be exact. And at this point, it seems the Braves are going to have to try and hold off the Falcons because they are, once again, I said this before, they're playing desperately and plenty of offense in the past couple of minutes from them. The face-off is going to be to the left of Nussbaum. Hesitant to drop the puck.
Eventually does, and it is taken by the Braves. Here's Nig. Nig chips it ahead, trying to find Tintera. It is controlled by Concordia. Pass was picked off by Harris. Here comes the big Cole Harris. He shoots. Whizzes wide, the top corner.
Good little burst of speed there from Harris. falls out of play, but face-off is going to be to the left of the Falcons goaltender here. Nope, looks like it's going to be to the right.
Tantera versus Buchko, the number 2s, and Tantera wins it.
Burnett might have had a lane there, but he opted to dump it in behind the net.
Harris throws it ahead. Buchko having to tap it forward before eventually getting to Anderson. Anderson going 1-on-2. He'll try to split him. That's knocked away by Nussbaum. Tantera with Harris in the middle. Harris wasn't able to control it. Cleared by Amato. Buchko. Buchko will do it himself. Trying to beat another one, but couldn't get around him. Norton able to throw it ahead. Here's Colombi chasing after it, but he won't be able to get there, and that'll be icing.
So it's icing with exactly 4 minutes left in the third period. The Braves lead the Falcons 4-3, and they are trying to hold on here and pick up this win. If you were with us early on, you'll remember the Braves were down 3-1. They've stormed back, 3 unanswered goals, and they now hold a lead late in the third.
It is taken and thrown ahead to Norton. Here's Norton's neutral ice, and it's thrown, and it gets into the ceiling, so that'll be a face-off in neutral ice.
Fairly low ceiling here at the Owens Center. Doesn't happen often, but that'll happen occasionally when you're playing in a rink with a ceiling this low.
Little delay, but we are back for the face-off. It is slapped ahead into the Concordia zone, where Miss Munson will carry it. Seal couldn't handle. Miss Munson still. Still having trouble getting out of their zone. Asmunsen over. And it is lost. Shooting was Peters. That went wide. And it is chipped into the netting by Blackburn.
Well, the Falcons, I said earlier, they were having that surge of offense. Bradley's finally been able to cool them down a little bit. The Falcons have been at 17 shots on goal for a while. Meanwhile, the Bradley Braves have 22. Face-off's going to occur outside of the Falcons zone.
Concordia wins it. Cross pass could not find Anderson. Pickering back to Fisher. Fisher over to Dope. Back to Fisher. Fisher delays. Centering pass, that's picked off by Harris.
It's 2 good defensive sticks in a row from Harris to intercept passes.
And that'll be an icing.
Puck's going to come back into the Falcons zone. An offensive face-off for Bradley with 2:46 remaining in the third. They are looking to add on maybe an insurance goal here. Meanwhile, the Falcons are looking to tie this up late. Big face-off.
It is eventually played back to Concordia. Thrown ahead by Buchko. Fisher will retrieve it. Fisher, centering pass. Eventually got to Anderson. Anderson up to Buchko. Buchko trying to beat 3 Braves. Nice pass to Pickering. Thrown in front. Can't cover it is Nussbaum. Dope throws it. Here come the Braves the other way. Here's Fisher, or that's McPhail. Anderson, Buchko. Buchko entering.
a little under 2 minutes left. It's lockdown time for the Braves. The Falcons will most likely be looking to pull their goaltender when they get the chance.
Yes, indeed. It'll be retrieved by McPhail, and they will go for an icing. So, as you just mentioned, this might be a great time to pull your goaltender with a offensive zone faceoff.
Yes, the Falcons can win this faceoff. Expect Hule to skate over to the bench so the Falcons can get that extra attacker out on the ice. Looks like went up for a little huddle over by their bench. I think the Falcons will just call a timeout.
Give it up early. Come on.
So a timeout here by the Falcons. They're looking to draw up a play that can get them to tie this game. Meanwhile, the Braves are going to have to come up with a defensive strategy to try to keep the lead late in this game.
Right, we've mentioned it that the last like 5 minutes or so, Bradley really are just playing dump it. So they're just gonna continue to do that. If you're Concordia, I feel like you gotta do a little bit more precisive passing, but at the same time, you just gotta get it into the Bradley Braves zone and then get them on their heels and then try to reset and regroup and pass it around and try to find an open gap, maybe a back door. So yeah, crucial last minute we have here in a tight one at the Owens Center.
And if the Falcons can win this faceoff, pull their goalie quickly, they'll have 6 guys out there, and they will look to set up a play with an extra man, maybe something backdoor. But for the Braves, if the net is emptied, they have a better chance when they dump it down. There's a chance they could get a goal off a dump, or it could come back for icing. So it's really a 50-50 chance on what you want to do with that. Braves win the faceoff.
Amato is able to clear it. They should go for icing. Nope, no icing.
I think a Falcon touched it, center ice.
Good catch there.
Hule has to stay in his net. Time is ticking. 1:16 to go.
Thrown ahead to Bucho, or that was Anderson, and went in again into the ceiling.
Yeah, this time didn't hit the top of the ceiling. There are some banners hanging here at the Owens Center from various teams that play here, and got tangled up in the banners. So once again, the low ceiling comes into a factor. Faceoff's got to take place right outside the Braves zone. Hule halfway out of his net. He wants to get to that bench so they get the extra man as soon as possible.
Bushko's able to win it. Still in goal is Hule.
He's going to have to wait again.
And that'll go for icing. Tintera just could not beat it.
Nice effort by Tintera there. If you could have sped up just a little bit more, maybe you could have prevented the icing. And Hule has left the bench. So there's 6 men on the ice for the Falcons with 1 minute to go. Empty net. Big face-off coming up here for both teams. 4-3 Braves.
Bushko is able to win it back to Pickering. Pickering drives it out in front of the goal, back to Anderson. Anderson still with it. Anderson trying to find Seal. Here's Seal. Seal in the corner. Plays out to Pickering. He can't handle it. It's taken up. Here's Harris. Harris for the win. Oh, he tried to pass it.
And Dempsey wipes himself out.
Here comes Concordia. Here's Pickering. Pickering drives. That goes wide. Shooting a Seal, and it is gloved by Nussbaum.
Lots of traffic in front there. Great concentration by Nussbaum to keep his eye on the puck and stop it. 28.9 left in the third. Falcons are trailing the Braves by 1. A delay here. Something with the officials. Bradley's coach seems a little frustrated. This is giving the Falcons some time to regroup. Maybe it's not frustrated. Looks like he's laughing it off. Can't really tell from all the way up here in the booth.
Pickering. He enters. He shoots. That's blocked. And it is up and into the corner to Pickering. Up ahead. The wall in front of the goal would not let that shot through. 10 seconds left. Still kept in. Anderson, now Buchko. Back to Dope. He shoots. That's blocked.
3 seconds.
Pickering shooting. That was blocked in front. Rebound. And it goes off, and that is the game.
So, some extracurricular after the whistle, but some great stops and some great defense. The Braves hold on, and they win 4-3. Refs trying to pull this apart here. You really don't want any of this at the end of the game.
Everyone getting involved. But it won't matter. So your final score, Bradley Braves 4, Concordia Falcons 3. Braves able to edge this one out. They'll win 2 in a row. We'll be back here.
At 6:30.
They will be back here. I will not.
I will.
Jack will. So
Catch
you get to hear Jack
Catch
again.
me tomorrow. 6:30 tomorrow night at the Owens Center. The Braves will once again take on the Concordia Falcons.
Yeah, so great one here for the Braves. Great bounce back win. That puts them at 3-5-2 for the season. And hopefully this will carry over to tomorrow. I've seen a couple times where they've struggled in the second game of a series, so hopefully they can pick that one up and they can just use that moving forward. So once again, I'm Cooper Kaplan alongside
Jack Simzik.
And thank you for listening.